Used a little bit of rocket damage to not only accelerate slightly, but also just do just enough damage so he could deny the small armor. He wasn't expecting Dooi to be just around the corner, so he positioned himself too far to deal optimal damage, and it allowed Dooi to set up a beautiful trade, taking a big rocket there, and another one to seal the deal. He's gonna call the GG 10 seconds early.
Played in Quake Live, QLTV. They had King of the Hills when I was probably 11, 12, 13 years old. And so I competed in some of those. My first official kind of professional tournament was the 2017 World Championships. And then, so basically 3 years of professional competition. Rafa, it's not even close. I mean, it's the thing about him is like, is you can beat him. And it's like machine learning, you know. You beat him once and he like absorbs it, and then you can't beat him that way again. You know, there's a few players that are similar, but they're more maybe emotional, or they have some other quirk about them. With Rafa, like the only way you could beat him is if you execute perfect.
Wow, rocket jump after it.
Wants Dooi to take enough damage that he's not looking where he's going. But there's the mutual frag.
Then he went in all like that. It's a little shocking. I don't think he obviously wouldn't have done that if he had proper timing on heavy.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright, so Dooi bringing back. That's going to feel spooky for Dooi. Yeah.
Be his round. Nice little orb.
Yeah, Dooi had to respect that because it was certainly viable, but with 3 HP, able to pull back the round. Wow. And again, he's done this.
I'm a very driven person. I'm finishing up my master's degree in finance in 2 weeks, and you know, I work full time, so I compete, work, and I'm married. So I have a lot of aspirations, you know, for my career, and I think with gaming, kind of where I want to be. As a competitor, is just I enjoy the process of competing. I really enjoy the psychology of competing and having to stay even and over extended periods of time. I think it adds a lot to my personality. But I think long term in gaming, you know, either in some sort of finance capacity, as orgs get larger, they're going to need a lot of the M&A and FP&A type of stuff that I work on in my day job. Either that or as a part-time coach, particularly on the mental side, and I think that's valuable because most games, regardless of if it's, you know, Quake or CS or Valorant or whatever is going to be the next FPS, there's similar characteristics that players have to be successful, and a lot of them are coachable. Like a lot of those characteristics you can train over extended periods of time if given enough time. So I think you know, it's either going to be inside of game, it's either going to be, you know, in a corporate capacity long term, or in a coaching capacity where I'm working with individual players and helping them kind of get over their mental humps.
Pure aggression, considering they're both on the same
I think
stack.
failing as hard as I did in baseball and like, you know, not having the success that I wanted taught me a lot about how to develop and how to prepare and how, you know, to come up with game plans and things of that nature. And you just learn a lot by being around people who are better than you. We recently bought a house, so I like yard work. That's actually becoming like a hobby of mine. You know, when I was younger, you know, it always seems like it's work, and then it's like, then it's yours, and you're kind of like, well, it's kind of nice to like have a nice looking yard, and like you want to take care of it. So that's actually becoming a true hobby. And I have had an issue where like all of my hobbies become obsessions, and that's kind of becoming like a true hobby where I like to do it, but I don't need to do it every second of every day. I'm Dooi, and I'm your nemesis, but also your friend. I'm also very friendly.